Well, the 2023 UK basketball recruiting class could be the best ever at the University of Kentucky. This afternoon, the final piece of the class, the #1 player in the country, DJ Wagner, commits to the Wildcats. That gives Coach Cal 5 of the top 30 players in the country in one class. Also, the first time Kentucky assigned the consensus #1 and #2 players in a class. Justin Edwards checks that box as the #2 player. Center Aaron Bradshaw, the #6 ranked player in the 2023 class, is also Wagner's high school teammate. Bradshaw and Wagner are expected to have a signing ceremony at 3 o'clock Wednesday afternoon. Here's Cal on his signees.
They all wanted to be here together. And they are all, there's a talent level there, but it's let them do their thing, and then we'll all get together and talk about individuals and all that. But it's, hopefully good group of kids.
All of Big Blue Nation holding its breath. The big man, Oscar Tshiebwe, practiced with the team today before the Cats headed to Indy for their matchup tomorrow night with Michigan State. If there is no pain or swelling, there's a good chance the reigning player of the year gets his first game action of the season. Here's Cal again.
He's supposed to practice today, so we'll have a better idea. My guess would be he plays 3 or 4 minutes at a stretch, if he plays. It's going to have to get through that and make sure there's no swelling. From what I'm hearing, he doesn't have the lift yet. So, but knowing him, he wants to play. But I can't tell you right now.
Just keep your fingers crossed. Well, in football, the final game of the regular season for the Cats is Saturday the 26th. Game time is now set. Game will be on SEC Network and will be played at 3 o'clock. More football news. Kentucky's once strong offense is now just a shell of its former self. The Cats have hurt themselves this year with players running the wrong routes, blocking schemes not correctly relayed, youngsters not realizing what it takes to win in the SEC. And today, Coach Stoops addressed the offense and said changes are being made.
There are things, yes, that we started to do better. You know what I mean? And the stuff where we're not. The things that are confusing, are complex, are hard, that's going to stop. You know what I mean? So we may get beat, but we're not going to beat ourselves.
All right. Keep our fingers crossed as they face Georgia. Former Henry Clay star, World Series champion Walker Buehler held a 3rd annual celebrity golf outing at Lexington Country Club this morning. This year's event benefited the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network, or PanCan. Last night, the dinner at Tulip raised close to $100,000. The main auction item, a barrel of Weller bourbon donated by Buffalo Trace, that went for $50,000. Many current and former big leaguers were on hand to help Buehler further the cause.
One of my really good buddies, Ray Ball, who lives here in town, is dealing with that, and unfortunately in that situation. But I called him. I said, "Hey, we're doing it for you. Where do you want to go?" And he chose PanCan, so we're excited for it, and really cool to be able to support him in that way.
Yeah, I came through the minor leagues with Walker, and really good friends with him and his family. And anytime I can support him or any of my teammates, I'm here, and it's a great event that he's putting on.
Well, they raised a lot of money for a great cause. That's it for sports. We'll be back with more after this.